We're going to hit the lights in just a second and we'll begin. Okay, go ahead. Say your name and why you're here, and then we'll move on to the next.
Hi, my name is Natalie, and I'm here because our friend Diego invited me, and I wanted to hear what you guys had to say about religion.
Okay. And yourself?
Oh. Hi. My name is Jeffrey, and I like your skirt, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I'm here because she invited me, and yeah, the conversation are intense.
So I'm not sure if you guys want to wait for a couple more members to walk in, or we should just start. So I guess we'll just take a consensus. We have already sufficient amount, I think, but
yeah, what kind of?
We're not going to get that running. We can
109.
drop.
Yeah.
We should probably.
we're already 10 minutes in, so it's up to you
Yeah,
guys.
let's
Yeah.
Raise your hands who wants to begin now, and who wants to wait another 5 minutes.
We should probably go.
Okay.
Do you know how to turn the projector off?
Anybody know how to turn this projector off?
That's the off button. Yeah, there might be a button that says off.
There is no off button.
Okay.
Turn power off. Yeah, just press it.
I just found it. I thought it was here.
You don't. Yeah, press it again. No.
I'm not pressing it.
There we go.
Oh, that works. Cool. In light.
Really?
Brightness.
Okay, so everybody just get up and get yourself one of these handouts. These are the problem of evil. This is the second problem of evil we're working on today. We started yesterday by going over what the problem of evil is. And it's just for the sake of anybody who's new here that doesn't recall, I'm going to put the 4 premises right here on the board. How's it going here? Some papers. Okay, so there are many versions of this argument. Just to recap from part 1 that we already had, it's also on YouTube in case you guys want to see that. And I'll put a link here. Just if you guys want to check out any of our other unofficial meetings. Oops. Type this in on the search box at our YouTube account, and you'll see all of our unofficial meetings. So that being said, the problem of evil has many variations. This is just one of the typical examples. There are some that don't qualify God as being all-powerful. Some are just, he's very powerful, because some people can't justify his power within certain domains, for instance, the laws of logic. And they're satisfied by saying that God is powerful to a certain extent that we can define. So there are certain attributes that, certain variations we can structure this argument, and this is just one of them, as I'm saying. So God is omniscient, he's all powerful. God is omnipotent, he's all powerful. He's omniscient, he's all-knowing, he's morally perfect, self-explanatory, and that evil exists. Because evil exists, if God knows that evil exists and that he's morally perfect, we would imagine God would have a desire to stop it. But if he doesn't stop it and he has the power to do it, then he probably doesn't exist. By definition, it seems like a logical contradiction. So usually the most common premise to tackle is this one for number 4. What exactly is evil? And evil, as we construed yesterday, were defined in natural and moral evils. Moral evils mean that which, let's say, me directing an ill intent on another person by my action or inaction. So if I were to slap Kelly over the face right now, that would be a direct intention, and it would be physical intention nonetheless. If I were not to stop somebody when I could have stopped somebody from committing, let's say, a rape, a murder, or torture, some type of ill-willed sort of action, then it's still considered a moral evil. A natural evil is the effect of something that's natural. A hurricane, a famine, a flood, deprivation, natural things. So we have two categories of what evil is, but I want to open the discussion today a little bit on, before we even get to any of the defenses and things, what else is evil? So if you'll notice on the worksheets, we have put like diagrams of what you guys might want to branch off and start talking about. So we need to have some changes.
One thought on the natural evils that I mentioned last time, I do have to question what exactly we're expecting. And I wonder if some of these quote-unquote natural evils are actually created by ourselves and by science. When you start talking about end-of-life diseases such as cancers, if we still had the same life expectancies that we had in the Middle Ages, would we not even get to an age where that's an issue? So maybe by extending our lives artificially through medicine and science, we're bringing those evils upon ourselves.
Well, there are certain evils that you acquire when you're born. For instance, leukemia. So people are born with leukemia, which is a cancer of the bone marrow. And it basically makes your immune system go to hell. And you really can't do much. Another one is the SIDS, where a child, an infant, will die before they reach anywhere near maturity.
Or even, I guess you could say, so far as abortion, where I don't want to call this a natural cause, but it kind of seems to me that it is. That if the baby's not willed to do anything, the evil action that something, an external force, another person, is putting a needle in there, thereby killing the baby. The baby never had it. It experiences a sort of evil of deprivation, of not being able to live to choose a certain way. And that to me seems, if there's a creator responsible that knows what's going on, that has the power to let the baby experience life in a certain way, or to, I don't know, let it flourish a little bit towards a stage where it's mentally ready to die. That to me seems evil, but then again, that's what I think. So what do you guys think about it? I guess abortion being a natural
Well, I think abortion would be more considered a moral evil than a natural evil. Now, if the baby was stillborn, then that would be more natural evil because there would be no human influence on what happened.
Now, if testing showed that the baby was going to have some sort of genetic disease or birth defect, and then the parents chose to have an abortion, would that be a moral evil or natural evil?
I guess that really depends on people's definition of what evil is.
Yeah.
I guess if it's more of mercy, if the child is going to be, in pain, I guess some would consider it either good or neutral, but some would still consider it evil because you're still killing it.
Well, really, we're retreading old ground with this categorizations. Sorry about that. Anyway, ultimately, what I personally feel about this, and I try to keep it as simple as possible, moral evils are, just as we described it before, usually a person acting upon another, usually causing some sort of suffering, and then natural evil is pretty much just everything else. And then that's how I would basically categorize it. But of course, we've done a lot of analyzing of these